Have y'all been hearing what people are saying right now? They're saying that we actually have tonic gates. So originally we had weight gates, which is essentially your weapons were not dropping with the rolls that you wanted. And essentially certain rolls were weighted. Now it's being stated in here, and this was posted the other day, Tomb of Elder weapons tonics are all wrong. In my previous post, are Tomb of Elder tonics bugged? I've noticed that the Act 2 tonics are giving the wrong weapons. After 2 days of testing, I'm confident in saying that I was correct, but would still like the community to help prove it. So TLDR, all tonics are increasing the drop rate of the weapons offset to the right side of their icons. So Noxious Vetiver tonic gives Exuviate. Exuviate tonic gives Scavenger's Fate. Scavenger's Fate tonic gives Bittersweet. Bittersweet tonic gives Noxious Vetiver. Please help confirm my findings or correct me if I'm just crazy. Edit, I have not tried any of the reprised tonic weapon or weapon tonics, as I've gotten all the rolls I wanted pretty early in the act. So the tests I have conducted are only for the new seasonal weapon tonics. Are you guys running into this issue? This is correct. I can confirm. Yeah, so this is really important for all of us if we're farming certain weapons, right? It's going to change up our tonics and how we do that. All right, this takes us to Paul's article right here. Destiny 2's Revenant potions are a flop this episode. All right, so from Paul, I've been enjoying this episode of Destiny 2 in terms of the looted offers, the activities that have launched, and its overall vibe. I have not liked what the game introduced as its central mechanic, dozens and dozens of potions that do everything from enhanced artifact skill to target farm loot. I use the phrase target farm there very loosely. The main issue is complexity. Rather, over complexity, as this seems like a convoluted system designed for its own sake rather than being something that is fun for players to use. The game has you farm a dozen different currencies for use in dozens of different potions where only 2 can be active at a time and are on timers that's annoying to juggle. There are a number of combat potions that allow for enhanced ability to perks in the artifact rather than managing those for every play session. This seems like something that could have been solved with a simple toggle, giving players 1 or 2 bonus points to double up on a perk to unlock its special skill. Instead, you farm these currencies and activate them on timers that you will often forget to reset and are not active when you switch characters. And this is true of all potions. The focusing potions on the other side are even worse. It's bizarre to see a contrast of what you can do with old Onslaught, which has simply walked up to Zavala, check a box for which weapon you want to focus, and find more often. Now, that was how the attunement system worked. Here you're given 2 dozen potions for weapons and armor and materials, and the timer makes it annoying to continue to activate, not to mention brewing more when you need them. My Warlock also has a bug where I have not been able to actually make a potion on that character in close to 2 months now. Yeah, I think what he means right here is walk up to, I think he means shacks for Into the Light. Now the potions also barely seem to work. You could play an entire 70-minute onslaught run and get maybe 1 copy of the weapon you're focusing, and 3 to 4 copies of a weapon you're not. This has led to conspiracy theories that maybe the potions are bugged, which is what we just read, and are given the wrong focus weapon. I'm gonna be honest, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. I mean, considering the bugs this season, that's not far off. I could very well see that being a thing. I don't think there's enough evidence to say that's true, but given the recent perk matching bug, that being Waitgate, the community is not wrong to be suspicious at least. Yeah, what Waitgate really did for us in the community is everyone who was ever skeptical of anything in Destiny, from XP throttling to now, or Waitgate or anything RNG related, that one confirmation is now spreading into everything else, right? Where everyone's questioning everything. You know what's crazy, guys? I actually got the God Roll Grid Skipper. Or a very good rolled Grid Skipper. But funny enough, we weren't even targeting Grid Skipper when I got it. I wasn't paying attention. I was targeting another weapon. But now that I think about it, I found an I was like, wow, I just got really lucky. But the God Roll Grid Skipper actually dropped for me when not even targeting it. I just thought maybe it was just good RNG. Again, this entire thing can be solved with a tick box that says you want to focus, say, 1 weapon or a piece of armor and 1 type of material. No timer, no farming, random ingredients. Yes, I get that this reduces the central mechanic significantly, but it's not a good central mechanic. I know that Bungie wants to get away from the 4 rows of 6 boxes things for past seasons, but this is not replacing it with something better. And we do still have rows of boxes elsewhere too. This is complicated for its own sake and annoying to manage these potions that make focusing worse than it's been previously. And it's no wonder why the children cry out for crafting once more, as this is barely working at all. Let me ask you guys something. First up, would the potion system be okay if it wasn't so buggy? Would potions be okay if it just worked? If you just got the loot that you were targeting for? Tonics need a higher drop rate. I think returning to form, like we have with attunement for the Brave Arsenal weapons, where, you know, you chose Edge Transit, that's what you got. And I think that should be the case here with these weapons. Here's the other side of things, though. If we were to take this Reddit post and you know, also go run our own tests, if it actually is some weird situation where everything that you focus gives you the drop on the left or the right or something versus what you're trying to farm for, that's a huge issue. That's just an outright bug. I think the other thing that could have made the tonic system better is to have the timers pause and actually have the timer, when you go into the activity, from the moment the activity starts, that's when the timer kicks back up, if you wanted to maintain a timer. But you get a lot of time wasted in things like orbit, or even loading into an activity, or even finding another fire team, that you could be wasting your entire tonic on that. I will say, despite the complaints I'm hearing about the tonic system, I think one of the coolest aspects, though, is when we come here to our different artifact mods and you start seeing these boosts, and the boosts are tied into the tonic systems. You know, this curative orb boost right here, we're picking more of power, an element of pickup, or a tangle grants you small amounts of health. That essentially replaces better already, or recuperation. You know, you can come over here and you can slot in, you know, refined tonic of brawling, and you can get the boost for the thick of it and curative orbs. And I mean, these are really, really good boosts. And I know a lot of people bring up the comment, why not just put the boost and just make that a permanent fixture within the artifact mods themselves? I understand that would make it too powerful. You can only boost so many mods. You know, I think two is the max every time. 2 is as much as you can boost there, and you can only boost a certain pair. And so they're very deliberate about how which ones they gave boost to and which ones we can actually apply it to in that pair. But I think the boost system is good. Let us apply 2 to 3 tonics at one time so we don't have to reapply in the middle of battle. Oh, so you're saying that if there was not a timer, if you couldn't pause the timer in between activities to just slot in multiple boosts, multiple tonics. So if you're like, I want to put in tonics for the next 6-7 hours because I'm about to be grinding, because right now you can't do that. It just literally just puts you right back at the max time there. You should be able to craft tonics anywhere. I don't mind going to the last city here, guys. I mean, if you didn't go to the last city to do your crafting, what else? You know what I mean? Like, no one would even go here. I actually think that's okay. You know, we get into that conversation, then it's like, okay, we should have a ship that allows us to do all of our crafting and material gathering or hoarding or whatever else. I don't think the tonic system is a complete failure. I think it's buggy. Dude, that's pairing with even the starting quest where folks were not able to even gain access to their tonics. That's a big issue. I think that there is a way to refine this system. You know, hopefully Bungie could do that before we get into Act 3. I don't know if they will, though. I will say one of the biggest selling points to tonics that I really like, again, this is an issue if you're not, like, you should 1000%, if you put in tonic of Chroma Rush, it should give you a Chroma Rush every single time. It shouldn't be giving you, you know, the weapon on the left of you or right of you, whatever the bug is with these different weapons. It should be giving you the weapon you're focusing for. But one good thing I do like about this is it says completing activities defeating combatants for a chance to earn any of the following rewards. What that allows you to do is you don't have to play, you know, Tomb of Elders. You don't have to play Onslaught. You can go play other things and simultaneously still be farming for these weapons. Granted, there's some bugginess going on. Also, like, I do like these right here. I don't know about you guys. Like, I run out of materials all the time. Ascended Shards, I'm normally good on, but Alloy and Ciphers, that's really nice, dude. And then Glimmer too, man. I mean, I don't know about y'all. I am constantly broke on Glimmer. So having the ability to farm up Glimmer and having the tonic system boost that is huge. So, fuck me, man, when I was grinding Chroma, I was getting so many shotguns. This may be a real thing. What I will say, guys, this week, if we could start collecting data, we could do it there in the Discord as well. When you go and you slot in these tonics, if you guys can kind of just take note of what's dropping, you put in a tonic of ignition code or exuviate or whatever, just take note of what's actually dropping for you. And let's try to figure out if there's a system here that's actually at play that's keeping us from getting the targeting loot. Seems like that is the case, but if there's a way we can work around it, that would be really nice. And it's probably going to be relying on this layout, not what you saw there in the other. That's unfortunate though, man. I guess the other question is, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the grid system that we've had in the past so many times? You know, the once a week upgrades, you know, we would have like this optimized layout of which ones to upgrade, which would then give us red borders over time. Or do you think this potion system is more intriguing? Remove all new currency. Tonics should cost only glimmer. Hold on. On the topic of like currencies, I know Paul brought up currencies being like really annoying to grind for. You just play the game. Like I never am like in a situation where it's like I need a specific ingredient and I have to go farm for that specific ingredient. I find that just playing the game, or onslaught and contest of elders, nets me as many materials as I could ever need. And that's just me. And look, this is coming from someone that hated the amount of currencies we had for things like weapon crafting. Way too many currencies. So I'm in complete agreement that more currencies is normally not good. But what I'm saying is these ingredients are not difficult to obtain, nor have I been in a situation where I felt they were overly constraining as long as I played the seasonal activities. I mean, look how many we've got. I'm sitting, and this is like I burnt a bunch the other day, but when you get down to like the green, like the enriching powder, reclaim vitality as well. I mean, we're stacked on all this stuff. So these are pretty easy. I guess, at the top we could get more enriching, but I mean, like just going and playing any of the seasonal activities, I feel like I'm good. Tomb flakes are a myth. Really? Obtained from Tomb of Elder activities? I've got 28. Damn, I've played a lot of Tomb of Elders, Contest of Elders as well, and I only have 28. Okay, maybe there is an issue with the I felt like for onslaught materials that came out of there, I felt like I have plenty of, but maybe like Tomb Flakes is dropping too few.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.